my situation currently is in any other profession, if you're unhappy with the way you're being treated or the way, you're being paid or whatever, you can just, take your shit and leave and go to the next boss and see if they value you more. And in my situation, I would be forced to retire from fighting completely unless I wanted to coach or own a gym. My hands are tied.
Right.
So that
nobody's paying you $5 million a night to coach a gym.
Not to coach a gym, but I do believe wholeheartedly that the companies that own Bellator and some of these other leagues do have the same amount of financial backing that the UFC had, and I do believe that having Jon Jones be the new face of your promotion, especially today when I'm really making an effort for the first time to really get my shit somewhat together.
Dude, you're in such a good place right now. And
I do feel good. My last DWI has done a lot for me, man. It set me free in so many ways. It embarrassed me. It reality checked me. I've never been on camera drunk for the public to see like that. It was humiliating and somewhat of a bottom for me, and I'm ready to snap it into high gear. But anyways, I think right now is a good time for any company to have me, for sure.
Absolutely.
And my goal is to be an asset to any company that I'm a part of. And I got a feeling that if I am able to get out of my UFC contract, that I would be huge for another company.
For sure.
I just wish that my relationship with Dana wasn't the way that it is. And it's like, I get that you want to make these hundreds of millions of dollars off me, but if you don't like me anymore, if you flat out don't like me,
I wouldn't say that. I hear Dana saying you're the best to ever do it.
Yeah,
he calls you the best to ever do it.
You could easily say what you want to say, but I don't feel like he actually likes me. I've never had whiskey night and dinners and shit like that. And
I wonder, man, and I wonder because I believe that our perception of something can be so wildly different than the reality of it.
It could be. I don't think I'm his favorite person. I think it's really clear when you watch one of his interviews when I come up. And my point is that if that's what it is, if it has gotten to a place of being personal, then I would just much rather work for a company where I felt like I went home. I'm home when I go to work. The employees, and I do have great relationships with UFC staff, great relationship with UFC staff. But it's just a weird feeling when you feel like they don't really want you there.
My perception is different. And when you say, I think Dana doesn't like me, we're reacting to the same stuff. We're watching interviews. It's not a personal conversation. And my take on it is not that he doesn't like you or that it's
What do you think it is?
I just think that he's been put on the spot saying, Jon Jones wants more money. And then it's like, and so you're kind of at the negotiating table with him in front of the whole world with the media covering it all. Right. And so I don't think that it's a question of whether he likes you as a person or is respectful of you. I just think, now I'm being forced to negotiate on a world stage, which isn't ideal. And so he's just kind of defending his position in a way that I don't think would consider personal on any level. Now you're taking business and you're spilling it out into, that's just what's happening.
Yeah.
And so I think he cares for you very much. When I hear him say he could have been LeBron James, I look at that and I think that he wants you to be the LeBron James.
Yeah, I do believe that.
I think he does like you. I think he does care about you, and I think that he's a shrewd businessman. And I think that he's got a monopoly on the entire sport of MMA. So he is in a luxurious position to pay people what the fuck he wants to pay him. He's basically the man.
Yeah,
he's the man, and